For us triathletes, run form is not something you might think of very often, but it's actually really important to making you faster. So today I'm going to show you guys a really cool piece of technology that can help us improve our run form without having to go get it analyzed by a professional. So of course I'm talking about the Lumo Run. They sent me out a unit to review, and I think it's really interesting and I really want to share it with you guys. I'm sure a lot of triathletes have never had their run form analyzed just because they maybe never thought about it, because it costs too much to go out and do it, and you can't really do it on your own. If this sounds like you, be sure to stick around to the end of the video where you're actually going to have a chance to win one of these. So the Lumo Run app analyzes via a little sensor that I have right, I lost it. Analyzes via this little sensor right here. It's super tiny, that just goes right on the back of your shorts. That way it can analyze a whole bunch of different aspects of your run, and it helps guide you through suggestions and goals on what to improve. So of course there's a whole bunch of different variables that it's calculating, and a lot of them I didn't know what they were, and if you don't either, it's really nothing to worry about. Within the app there's actually some explanations with really helpful videos that actually show you exactly what you have to be focusing on. So just for example, for me, I was rotating my hips at 19 degrees, and this was analyzed as not the best thing, and it set me a goal to get it down to 15 degrees and actually giving suggestions on what I should be doing to get down to that 15-degree range. And during the next run, it actually actively coaches you to try to decrease that rotation or whatever other aspect you have to work on. So in my opinion, the most powerful part of this app and the whole system is the audio cues that are actually really well done. So initially trying it out, I wasn't really sure what the whole audio cues were all about, but they're really what makes the whole system work. So the reason why I think the audio cues are so important is that they aren't just telling you that, hey, your rotation is off, hey, your braking is too much, hey, this and that. It actually actively gives you suggestions on how to improve it while you're running. So going back to my rotation example, I was rotating my legs too much, and what the woman in the app told me is that I should imagine running through a puddle while trying to create the least splash possible to reduce my braking and my rotation. So I found that these were the most helpful things, is when they're actually actively giving you examples on how to improve it. In addition to this, once you finish the run, the app actually suggests different exercises you can do to help improve what you need to be working on. So those were my main experiences with the Lumo Run. But now I just want to tell you guys a few other things that I noticed and that you guys might want to know before you buy one. So the first thing you might want to be careful about is taking it in off-roading trails. So I tried them out with my buddy Josh, and we could tell that the results didn't really seem to be consistent with the results from just running on flat ground. And that makes a lot of sense if you think about it. When you're running on a trail, the ground is always uneven, so it's probably going to have a harder time determining different things, and you might have to rotate your hips a little bit more. You might be running a bit differently than you would be on the road where everything is just flat. Another thing to know is that if you're like a lot of runners who don't like running with their phone, you can actually still use the Lumo Run. You can just start it off with your phone and then clip it on and go out for your run. It'll collect all the data it needs, and once you come back, you sync it back up to your phone, and then it'll collect all the data on your phone and you can look back on it again. So it'll still work just the same, you just won't get all the audio cues, but you'll still be able to look at everything you need to improve, and it'll still give you all the suggestions you need. Another thing that Josh and I both noticed while using it is that when we ended the run, it actually takes like almost a minute or a minute and a half for the run to actually load and show up so you can review it and see what was going on. And when we were just trying it out, we kind of thought the run didn't save because it doesn't really look like it's loading it or saving it. It's just totally blank, and then all of a sudden it pops up. So it's something to know that don't panic if you end the run and you don't see it right away. It will pop up eventually. So the Lumo Run is priced at $99 US, and you might think that's a little bit steep for this little sensor right here, but in combination with the app, which is actually free, the whole software that goes along with this is the most important part, and in my opinion, it's well worth the money. It's only a one-time purchase, and I'm sure you guys have spent $99 on much sillier things for triathlon, so I definitely think it's a good buy because you can be using it for years to come to improve your run form. And my last gripe about this whole system is that it only works on iPhones. And if you guys didn't know, I'm an Android user, so I couldn't actually use it with my own phone, and that's why I tested out with my buddy Josh's phone. So if you are not an iPhone user, do not purchase the Lumo Run just yet. They are working on getting an Android app out, but as of now, it's not out yet. So I basically can't use it with my own phone, which really sucks. So the part you guys have been waiting for, how to win one of these Lumo runs. It's super easy. First entry you can get is just by watching the video. So if you made it this far, you already have one entry into the contest. Number 2 is to subscribe to the channel, which is super easy, one click away. All the info for doing this will be in the description down below. You're gonna have to go through Gleam, which is how we're gonna be picking the winner. If you wanna double your chances to win, head on over to Triathlon Taren's channel, where he's giving away a Lumo Run too. All you're gonna have to do is watch his video and subscribe. I'm sure you won't regret it. He's got a bunch of really good informative triathlon videos that I'm sure you guys will enjoy. So thanks for watching, everybody. I wish you guys all good luck in the contest, and I'm sure one of you guys can be really happy when you get a Lumo Run. Don't worry if you don't win, we're gonna have a lot of more stuff coming around in the future and a lot of cool triathlon videos. Thanks for watching, guys, and never stop trying.